Hi everyone, today we're back to the Nature Talks podcast with Mr. and Mrs. Peter Singh. So we're going to get to know about how to live sustainably and how to battle the air pollution here in Delhi with greener house. Thank you for joining us at this Nature Talks podcast. So would you like to give us a short introduction about yourself, maybe a little background?
Well, I'm Peter Singh. Peter was a name given to me. I was born in 1945. Peter was a name given to me by my maternal grandfather who was in the World War. So he came back and he said, instead of giving him funny pet names, he gave me the name Peter. So that's how I'm Peter Singh. But I grew up on a farm in Punjab. Our whole family, we had ancestral farms there. From there I went to school, Lawrence School, Sanaa. And then after that to St. Stephen's College, I was doing mathematics and eventually working towards a PhD in mathematics. So we've always lived on farms, and in those days it was all organic. Now what is happening is that we are ruining our soil. Punjab, there's a cancer train that goes from Punjab to Bikaner because there's a weedicide we're using which is cancer causing. Pesticides are cancer causing, and the water we are pumping out has depleted underground. We grew up in a different agriculture. So after that we got married.
Yeah, so I'm Nino Kaur. I had an army background, and it's only when I went to live on the farm I found my true calling, because I discovered that I love to grow my own food. So we've always worked together. We did beekeeping, we did biodiverse farming, we taught beekeeping. We were the first company to export honey, and then as we evolved and we came to live in the city, we are now urban farmers. We grow our own food. We show how people can live sustainably.
And how long back did you start this project over here? What challenges did you face during that?
Well, you see, what happened is in 2010, what happened is my wife got chronic leukemia.
I got diagnosed with chronic leukemia in
1998. And then chronic leukemia is primarily because of the benzene in the air. Because the benzene from automobile exhausts, that is one major cause of leukemia. So that had to be treated every few years. She had to have a chemo, eventually a bone marrow transplant. So how this started was, though we had this is a whole family home. We all lived here as 4 generations, my grandparents, my parents, us and our children. And we could grow things here. But after her transplant, her lungs got impacted, and the doctor said just get out of Delhi in winter because of the pollution.
Right.
So our son is in the US, he bought a home in Goa, and we moved to Goa, at least during major parts of winter, and we came here briefly in summer. The family house, we've retained this. Now the problem is, here we can grow everything. We got this 800 yards, this plot, you can grow plants, vegetables. In Goa it was just a small villa. How much can you grow? So when we came back, we battled with that. We were trying to, in fact we used to get vegetables from here, send them to Goa. Then we discovered aquaponics, and that changed our whole system of what we are doing. See, what we did was, the Delhi air is polluted. Now, first I'll give you an example of aquaponics. What is aquaponics? Yeah?
How is it different from hydroponics?
See, hydroponics grows plants without soil, but it is using the same chemical fertilizer that you're using for farming. It has not been declared organic anywhere. Aquaponics is organic because what you do is you keep fish in a tank, and all freshwater fish. We've grown sea bass, we've grown carp, freshwater prawns. You keep fish in a tank and you feed the fish. The fish waste is mainly ammonia, is cycled out from the tank to a biofilter. The biofilter has natural bacteria growing in it with the oxygenation. The ammonia of the fish tanks, which is NH4, gets converted to nitrates and nitrites, and this nutrient-rich water is pumped to plants that are grown hydroponically. See, aquaponics is aquaculture and hydroponics combined. Aqua is from aquaculture, ponics is from hydroponics. So that nutrient-rich water goes to plants grown hydroponically without soil. The plants take the nutrition, they clean the water, and the water goes back to the fish. So it's a closed loop. The beauty is it requires a minimum amount of water. Now you've seen our whole setup here. We've got 15,000 plants of vegetables, fruits. We've got 3 fish tanks growing 120 kilos of fish a year. The water we use is only 1,000 liters a day. You cannot grow 15,000 plants with 1,000 liters of water in conventional agriculture.
You see, you use 10% of the water that's used in traditional agriculture. So where water is such a scarce resource, we are growing so many plants of fruits, vegetables, herbs, but we are saving water. That's the most important thing.
And yeah, I see the whole cycle, how the water keeps moving, it's passing the nutrition around. The plants are getting nutrition from the fish are getting nutrition from the plants.
Absolutely.
And
And the plants clean the water and it goes back to the fish. So it keeps recirculating. We never need to change the water.
See, in hydroponics, you would throw the water out. Because when the plants have taken the nutrition, they've taken all the food they need. Now the nutrition in that water is something that can't feed plants. It's thrown out.
And plus, it's also filtering all the air pollution that's coming out from outside the house inside.
That is a different concept. See, first we started aquaponics here. We were still going to Goa in winters and coming back here. Then we said, why can't we do something else? So we made a greenhouse all around the house. And at the entrance to the home, as you've seen, there's a, like the old system of a cooler panel with a material in it that allows the water to fall through. And there's a small pump there. So 24/7 the water runs on that panel. You must have seen it at the entrance. Inside there's an exhaust fan. That exhaust fan pulls in the air. So you have this panel here. Here is outside Delhi polluted air, hot. Today whatever is 40 degrees. The moment the fan pulls it in, AQI is 5 and 10, 15, right? This air is then, and this is the only entry of air into the entire greenhouse. Then the fans circulate the air. There are further fans around, you've seen. There's the air current going through the house, and the air is naturally cooled. And that cool air from here, you can see this window. This comes through the house, passes through the house, and at the kitchen and bathroom, the exhaust fans, it pushes it out. So we take polluted Delhi air, we cool it. It's 25 to 27 degrees inside here, no air conditioning. You are comfortable?
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
Outside, how hot it is?
So different quality of air also, it feels
It's fresh. The
And
air
it's
is
fresh.
Yeah, it feels clean.
And it's clean, AQI 15. You see the meter here. So with the result that we are breathing, and it's a constant current of air. See what are people doing in houses? They're closing their doors. They're putting on air conditioners. They're putting on pure air purifiers. But it's the same air you're breathing.
Yeah, we saw a lot of sustainability setups within your house here, like all the compost being created over there. There's the fish. There's the solar power on top. The rainwater harvesting. So everything is, all the science and technology is being used in a nature-friendly way to even protect nature and to benefit from nature. So this is a really good idea and a really good model. I think if more people have this around the house, they won't have to suffer from the air pollution also, and even the electricity bills, other things. We can be more self-sustaining and live sustainably if we choose to do that. So, do you have any views about the cost effectiveness of setting up these systems?
See, aquaponics, according to the WHO, or the capital cost on aquaponics is recovered within 2 years. So I'll give you an example. Here, in all the greenhouses around, rooftop, everything, we spent about 6 lakhs over the years. Now,
over the last 10 years.
Now what is it giving us? It's giving us 120 kilos fish a year, organic. Cost it at even 500 rupees a kilo, right? Every year. And then it's giving us all the food we need. We've grown maize, you've seen makkah on the rooftop. We are growing rice now. We've just planted some rice seedlings. There'll be rice growing on the fish tanks, and then we have all our vegetables, and now fruits we didn't have. So we've just planted 50 fruit trees all around on top. So by next year, we'll have our own fish, we'll have our own food, and we'll have our own fruit.
We also want to show that in an urban setting now, more and more people are living in cities. You can
No,
grow your
I'll just
own
answer the
food.
question. So the cost is 6 lakhs. Now we are selling, besides eating the vegetables and for our home, for feeding our kitchen and giving our staff, we are selling 40,000 rupees worth of vegetables to our customers in South Delhi. Today is Saturday in the morning.
Yeah, we've been busy since 6 in the morning because the vegetables are harvested. I have a WhatsApp group, so I take orders and we supply them freshly harvested. See, vegetables, the important thing is also the transportation of food, because when vegetables, especially greens, come in over long distances, they lose their nutrient value. So here are vegetables which are full of all the antioxidants, the minerals, the vitamins, and you get them fresh. So people really appreciate.
And you see that our dedicated taxi comes by about 8 o'clock. Packets are made, he leaves, and by the afternoon, South Delhi, he's done home delivery.
He'll have finished the
So
deliveries
40,000
now.
rupees a month we are getting. In a year, it's about 4.5 lakhs. Well, it's almost 5 lakhs. Now so if I've spent 6 lakhs on my system, I've recovered the capital cost within 1.5 years. Despite and after that, this is my income. So I have my own income. I have my own power, solar. I have my own water, right? And I have my own food.
And we get to live in a clean environment. We don't need to go anywhere. We are happy, we grow our own food, we do our own work. We don't need to go out into this crowded, polluted city.
People are traveling long distances just to get this kind of environment.
We have it here.
We say do it in your home. We've got models for balconies, and a lot of people who've contacted us, they say we don't have the space. We have a balcony model of 3 feet by 7 feet wide, where you can grow 500 plants.
Yeah, we saw you growing some mushrooms also here. So that was something new that we saw. We saw grapes growing here, which is very rare to see in Delhi. And even the compost, I was really happy to hear that even the leaf which is being swept outside on the roads is being used over here. It's being utilized and reused, going back into the ground to grow more plants and more food. So that's a good thing, that nothing is getting wasted, everything is getting reused here. And this is what we're sort of taught in schools, but people are not putting it into action. And it's very important to have this live setup for people to see also. And if more people start following this, they won't be complaining about the air pollution anymore.
But then we have to take it into our own hands. Don't look to government. All of us should do our bit to see how we can live sustainably, and that's what we are doing. We're showing by example that if we can do it, so can you.
Look at the air conditioning cost, right? Now, I mean, take a home like this, our neighbors and all, there are about 5 to 10 air conditioners in every house. Look at the power generation, and then they're throwing out hot air. You're adding to climate change. We have these old air conditioners, we never use them.
And you have a website also.
Aanant Aquaponics.
Okay.
Aanant is taken from the Sikh Guru Granth Sahib. Aanant is endless. So the idea is endless food. So AanantAquaponics.com is our website.
You conduct classes also for people.
We
Yes.
conduct online courses on how to grow your own food, how to do aquaponics, and so we teach people how to live sustainably. And the other thing we are also talking about is not just growing your own food. Sustainable living is how you live your life. What are the choices you make, what you clean your floors with, what you wash your dishes and your clothes with. Use natural materials. Why use chemicals where you're polluting the soil, the water, everything? So these are all things we should be conscious of.
Chemicals become harmful for us in the end.
And they go into
Of
the
course.
seas, they go into the water. And we are ingesting all these things then.
So do you have a message for the viewers, for the youth out there, who are watching this podcast right?
Well, eat healthy, eat freshly prepared food, grow your own food, and respect nature most of all.
And what I would say is, take your health in your hands and do things yourself. Don't look at government. Don't look at someone else. If you do something and show people, that's what we are saying. We are showing by example. Come and see. You want to learn, do the course. You want to copy it, please copy it and do it.
And instead of learning by, just theory, grow your own food, learn how, you learn botany, biology by actually doing aquaponics and growing your food.
So, lastly, like we wanted to discuss like how we see the air pollution, air quality index over here inside the house is like 5 or 10, but outside it may be over 500. So now I think the government is planning to do cloud seeding where they will disperse the silver iodide chemicals in the clouds to induce rainfall so that the pollution settles down. But my opinion is I think it's going to hurt us because those chemicals will fall on our skin, on our food, it will go inside our respiratory system. So what do you think about this?
See, we're already ingesting chemicals from the fertilizers. All fertilizer petroleum derivatives. Now here we use no fertilizer. We buy, so all petroleum, urea, potash, where is it derived from? From oil, right? Then all the pesticides again are poisonous. Now if you put something into the air, you're going to poison the air also. The air any case is poisoned, right? I mean, look at the pollution levels. They go into your lungs, and there are a doctor, in fact, last year in Delhi, he said a young baby came to me and he was coughing. I examined his lungs. It was as if he smokes 2 packets of cigarettes a day.
The lungs were black.
He said they were black.
What the government has to address is the vehicular pollution. The vehicular emissions are the major cause of pollution.
It's like we saw in the lockdown period, all the air pollution disappeared.
Exactly. But we don't learn. We haven't learned from it.
Exactly.
No, we want to go out. You see, that's why I tell a lot of our friends say, come, let's go somewhere and have a meal. I said, no, I'm not going anywhere. Come here. I'll cook. We both love to cook. We'll cook for you and we'll cook organic.
Now they're finding out more and more that ultra-processed foods are disease-causing. See, the foods that you eat are making you sick. So it is important that we realize that and eat healthy and respect our bodies.
In fact,
respect the environment and respect
she
our
was
bodies.
given, when she got leukemia, she went to a Ved. You can tell him.
Yes, so we were advised to go to a vet to see if he would help my leukemia. But the thing that we learned, his medicine didn't help, but the thing that we learned from him was, and which we follow now, is that he said, eat sattvic food. So we said, what is sattvic food? He said, sattvic food is organic food which is freshly prepared. When you prepare food fresh, it has all the benefits. But what do people do? They make food and put it in the refrigerator and keep reheating it. When you reheat food, or you buy food from the supermarket, which you reheat firstly in a plastic container, so you're ingesting microplastics, and then in a microwave, the molecular structure of that food changes and it becomes tamasic or poison. So instead of food nourishing you, you're actually harming your body. So after that day, we eat no food that is kept in the fridge. Everything is freshly prepared. So that is what we would like to share.
No processed foods, no processed drinks. Even bread she makes her own.
I know, I grind my own grain. I get the desi grains. I have a small stone grinder, electric stone grinder, and I grind the grain fresh and make my own bread. I mean, you don't have to do it to that extent, but for us, that is a passion.
Even sourdough bread, she makes sourdough bread, and whoever has it, they say delicious. Now you are having maida, you are having sugar.
No, the
it's
three
causing
poisons
diabetes.
are white flour. Your bread is made from white flour, white sugar, and white salt. These three are poisons. So we have to be aware that what is the point of wearing fancy clothes when we don't look after our bodies and feed and nourish our bodies.
See, my message is make food your medicine. Don't make medicine your food.
And respect nature most of all.
That's what we are also working for, spreading awareness and helping people to get connected with nature and respect nature. So thank you so much for joining us today for the podcast. We got a lot of good information, got a lot of live examples here to share out there with more people, and I'm sure people will start making a few small changes in their lifestyle, and that will have a big impact on the rest of the environment around us. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for participating in this Nature Talks podcast. We'll catch you again next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, and we appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
No, you're doing amazing work. Thank you.